Well, now this is going to be a little bit of a different project, a bit of a challenge for me with my Olympus. I'm going to use the Olympus OM-1 on this project. Now, this is Cool-Tack dry mounting board. This first poster here, this one is in fine condition. All I have to do is dry mount this and frame it. But the other one, now this is the real piece of work. I've had this laid out for a couple days trying to straighten it out a little bit. First thing I'm going to do, I think, is dry mount this. I'm going to dry mount this to a piece of Cool-Tack board, and then I'm going to copy it, and then we'll restore what there's water damage on here. There's some tears. I'm going to try and fix this up as good as new. And I thought, what a great opportunity to use the high resolution mode on the Olympus. I'll dry mount this. When it's smoothed out, I'll mount it on the wall, and then I'll set up the camera with some studio lights. I'll use as much flash as I need to light it up, and I'll do a high resolution image, which I believe is 80. I've only used it a couple times, but I'm going to try using that. I'll have to use the delay mode because it'll take a picture, wait for the flash to recycle, and take the next one until it gets all its shots done. Then it'll generate an 80 megapixel file that I should be able to get a great print from. So let's have a go at that. First thing I'm going to do, like I said, is heat up the press and dry mount this, and then we'll go from there. Now I'm just kind of pre-drying the original artwork here. Hopefully it's going to flatten out a little bit. That's what I'd like. I'd like to see everything flatten right out and dry right. So that's my plan. It's always risky when you're working on customers' original artwork. You don't know what's going to happen with it. So I'm just basically ironing it flat here. This has been rolled up for years and years, and it's the kind of thing they want to put up on the wall to show the different kind of eye conditions that happen in pets. This is old artwork for a long-time client, and I want to make sure we get a good job done on this. It's kind of a challenge. If this works, it'll be a test of my entire system. We're going to be testing our studio flashlights. Oh yeah, it's smoothed out quite nicely so far. When I've got this dry mounted, it's going to look just great. And this is dogs and cats' eyes. Look at there. Oh my. It's starting to look like new. Oh, I'm excited about this. Like I said, I don't want to ruin this chart. Just a couple more times. It'll be so much easier with the backing on it. It really will. But this will stick to the backing better once I've totally dried it out. This is irreplaceable in original artwork. What could go wrong, huh? All we're doing is subjecting it to heat. Fortunately, with the new Cool-Tack material, you don't need anything like the heat or pressure that we used to use back in the day. I'm so excited to get my studio lights are ready to go. I'm just going to tack this up on the wall, light it up, and start shooting. I'm very excited to see what these files are going to look like. They're going to be just huge, huge files. Okay, the whole poster has been run through the press now. Look at there. Oh yeah. That is much nicer now. Much, much nicer than it was. Yes, indeed. So now, I've cut a piece of board. This is the Cool-Tack mounting board. And it's in a little bit oversized so that we'll have some room to trim. Yes, indeed. Oh, now it gets exciting. It's such a difference when you mount something. Everything just, it looks sharper and brighter and everything when you get it dry mounted. Now let's try and get this in the press in one shot. Sometimes the simplest things seem the hardest to do. The nice thing about it is this cool tack board, it's all in one shot. The mounting film and everything is all, the adhesive and the film and everything are all together. It's all in one shot. So now we'll just close this, give this about 20 seconds. I'm excited. Are you excited? I can't wait to see this. Very excited about this job. It was just a simple framing job, but now we're going to be testing the whole concept. I'm flattening out the original artwork, conserving it, and we're also going to copy it with the Olympus, and that will give us a high resolution file, which I can't, oh my, does that ever look nice. Okay, here goes. Press number 2. Oh my. Yes, indeed. Oh, this is going to be just perfect. I can't wait to see the copy files from this one, let me tell you. Well, I've done this in pieces. I've done four different presses on this piece of artwork. Now we just pull it out of the press. And just look how wonderful and flat that is. My goodness, it's taken out all the wrinkles and everything. Just looks so much sharper and everything. I can't believe it. So my plan is I'm going to stick this up on the wall, light it, and shoot it. High resolution. We're going to shoot. I'll have to switch over to doing the filming with my phone because I'll be using the camera that I'm shooting this video on. I'll be using that to copy this. And I just want to see, I want to maintain every bit of detail in here. Lens being resorbed. Wow. Serious problems that can happen. Well, now in a small studio like this, you never know what you're going to get up to next. So what I'm going to do is put this on the wall here. I'm so excited about working on this project. I really am. I want to see what's possible with this. If this works out anywhere near as good as I think it's gonna, I've got another project in mind. Look at that. I have no reason to doubt that this is going to work. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take off the dessert bowls off my light stands, and I'll pull the dessert bowls and I'll replace them with salad bowls. One dessert bowl coming off. Put on a 21-inch reflector with the diffuser on the front of it. Oh yeah. Never any problem with not enough power when you've got a speedotron. These are spun aluminum reflectors diffused inside. There you go, and we'll put the diffuser on. It's just a Mylar, I suppose. Clips onto the front of the lights. Then we'll get our power set up. See what that's going to look like. I'm going to have to set the angles and everything. You want a nice 45-degree angle. You use a bit of a longer lens on the camera so I don't have any distortion. And then I'm going to shoot the high res. It's going to be really exciting, so hang in with us. Well, now we've got our poster smoothed out and dry mounted. There's a couple little wrinkles left in it, but we'll see. 16.7. I don't want to go to f16. Maybe I want f11. Native ISO on the Olympus is 200, so we can go to f11. We'll be fine. So I'm going to shoot Yeah, that's F11. And I was just thinking, why don't I use the macro, the 60 millimeter macro lens? That should be perfect for this. Let's give that a shot. Well, now there you go. Got the little baby 60 millimeter macro, my radio slave, and this is for my phone because we're going to be switching to phone. I'm sorry, no more Olympus on this video. There's our on tripod. Now I'm going to have to go in and set the delay because I need a delay 5 seconds. Res shot, and it says 1 second delay here, so we have to increase that to, how do I go about that? Okay. Menu. Menu. High res shot. Okay. Wait time. Oh, I guess I have to turn off that first, right? Menu, high res, turn it off. Okay. Wait time. Well, 4 seconds will be enough. Okay. So now we go into menu, high res shot, turn it on. Wait time is 4 seconds. Charge time is 4 seconds. That should work just fine. So we'll go OK. OK. And then we'll start shooting. We push the button. It's going to wait 4 seconds. On. Now it looks, there's a problem. There's a little bit of grayed out at the top. What's causing that, I don't know. See, we're losing the top of the image here, which on our other one we don't have that. So I have to do something about that. I'm going to have to check into it. Well, I put the macro lens on. There's the 60 millimeter macro, tiny little lens. Got everything set up, radio slave, connected to my Speedotron pack. I got the big salad bowls on. Everything's as level and straight as I can get it. So now I just push the button. Camera's going to wait for 4 seconds, and it's going to take its first picture. Wait 4 seconds for the flashes to come up. Another one. My, it seems to take forever. Here's what's happening on the back of the camera. Now we're going to generate the file, and we'll hit the view button. We'll just zoom in on our file here, and I mean, to me that looks incredibly sharp. I don't think we're going to have any problem here. I'm going to compare it to a regular file too. It's a little tricky to do this one-handed, but what we're going to do, we push this button here, and we can just turn this knob here, set the high res mode to off now, and I'll just take, well, I think it'll be okay. We don't need to worry about. With flash, there's not going to be any camera shake, that's for sure. And there's our regular file. Now certainly that's sharp enough too. We'll just have to see if there's any sharpness difference. That's going to be my wife's department upstairs. We'll see how that goes.
This is the GMC Sierra. The self-checkout lanes that have been installed in stores right across Canada are they more convenient for others than others. Now some retailers are choosing to remove the automated lanes altogether. The appearance on what's motivating.
Well, there we go. I just finished mounting the copy print, and it seems to be quite a bit brighter and clearer than the original, which was faded over time. Try and get a bit of a better angle on things here. You can see the eyes here are a little brighter and better than here. Details improved, more contrast in the color. There's our finished product. The one on the left here, that's the original poster. It's been copied and little restoration done on it, removing some of the stains on the edges there, and all in all, I think it looks just great. Now, as it turns out, I tried every way of shooting it. I tried 80 ISO, 200 ISO. I tried doing the high resolution shot, the multiple exposures that makes an 80 megabyte file. In the end, what worked the very best was to shoot it at 200 ISO with the macro lens, the 60mm 2.8 macro lens for the flat field idea. So we used the 60mm macro on it. The 80 ISO wasn't as sharp as the 200, and the multiple shot high resolution file wasn't as sharp, so I wound up using a single shot at 200 ISO and then upsizing the final image with software, and that's what worked out the very best for us. We also tried using in Lightroom to use the super resolution, which makes the file twice as big. Didn't work as well as what we wound up doing.